Alright, in this video, I'm going to show you how to glaze a window, or how I am glazing my window. This is a good 150-year-old window, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to be glazing the window. So check it out. Alright, so take your Sarco Glaze. It's type M Sarco brand. Best stuff to use. Don't use that cheap stuff, DAP 33. You'll regret it later. Okay. And so you could make a snake and snake it out, or you could just push it in with your hand like this. And work it in there. Either way, everybody that I've watched, everybody does it a little different. Idea is just to get it in there. On this window, the window has a groove in it where the glass goes in there. You do not have to glaze that side. I already embedded it with the glaze, and that's good enough. But you do need to do the other 3 corners. Alright, so I gotta get a little bit more. Just want to kind of roll it into a little ball and get those oils mixed up real nice. And I'm just rolling it off my palm. The method that I think works best for me. Just need a little more. This side right here. Alright, looking good now. Yeah, I know it's gonna look messy, and that's okay. A lot of it's gonna come off anyway. Use a putty knife. You can see this stuff is sticking to my glove. Alright, so now we're gonna just pack it in there. Put some pressure in there. You can see I need a little more here, so I gotta get some more. Didn't quite put enough. And so I'm gonna just go around pushing this in. And keep an eye on that line on the other side. You don't want to go past it, because then you'll see it when you go to paint. You'll see a paint line. So you want it inside that line on the other side. And you don't have to go in a hurry. This stuff is going to take days to dry. I think it's 3 days before you can paint it. So take your time and enjoy yourself. It's kind of fun. And if you need a little more in some spots, just put a little more in there. No big deal. Most of this stuff's going to come off anyway. Stuff's literally stuck to my fingers. nice and tight. A little more down here. Then after you do that, after you get it in there nice and tight, you're just going to run it down at an angle. Just like that. Okay. And then you're going to take your extra stuff out. And it's really that easy, guys. It's not hard to do. Didn't take me much time. Just don't overthink about it. Just get it done. Alright. Next step is take your easy sand, 20-minute mud, drywall mud. Comes in a bag at Home Depot, Ace, wherever. And then you're going to sprinkle this on and then just kind of brush it real nice. And that'll clean up your glass. Because that oil gets everywhere. It's hard to see through. Clean up your glass, and it cleans up the window sash where you got oil on it where it doesn't need to be. Just don't push too hard on the glaze because it'll come off. And then at this point, I gotta wait 2 days before I can paint. And when you paint, you want to paint over the glaze. That makes it watertight. And that's pretty much it for glazing. That's how you glaze your window. It's a little bit tedious, takes a little bit of time, but this window should outlast my life. You know, it should outlive me. It should last another 50 years at least. Alright, there's the finished window. And the glazing is good. Came out real nice. So I gotta let this sit for 2 days and then I could paint it. Should be dry. Well, not dry, but you know, dry enough to paint in a couple days. And that's the difference between using Sarco Type M glaze, this stuff here, compared to the DAP stuff. DAP 33 will not dry. I've heard people waiting months and it still wouldn't dry. And of course it's supposed to stay a little bit soft. Even this stuff will stay soft, but if you can't get it at least, you know, if you can't paint over it within a couple days or even a couple weeks, I mean, I don't know how you would finish your project on one of these if you had to wait months. Because these things, you know, they're your windows. You need to get them back in as soon as possible. And that would explain why not many people actually do this. You know, this house is 150 years old and doesn't look, maybe it's been done once, but who knows, it looks original to me. This is glass, you can see. It's all dipply. It's original glass. But again, this should last 50 years. And it's quite a bit of work, you know, there's a lot of steps, but in the end, in the very end of the day, this thing should outlast me. It should last 50 to 100 years. I mean, this is 150 years old itself, so tells you a lot right there. Anyways, that's how you glaze. That's pretty much the steps to it. It's pretty simple. It's just, you know, labor, time, patience.